Okay.
Wait, don't start recording yet. Let me finish my last bugle.
You're eating bugles too? Can't even hate. Bugles are delicious. Can't even hate.
Are those like the cone ones?
Yep,
Nice.
I am now done with the bugles.
Now the podcast can begin officially.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at the start of this, I did want to bring up the fact that I didn't know that Filmora would have that big ass watermark. I want to address that fucking banner.
Nah, man. Everybody loves the watermark.
The thing is, I wouldn't have such an issue with it if it was like, and like if you think of watermarks, they're like faded in the background. You can see them, but like they're not legitimate banners that like get strung across the screen. They're just like
They're
text in the
supposed no, they're
background.
no, they're supposed to be over the whole thing, so that way they're not easy to remove.
Well, I expected them to be in the middle. I didn't expect them to like be obnoxiously bold like that. Like if you look at like a stock images picture, usually it has like stock images there, but it's like not bold with a banner on it so that the letters pop off and it obscures the picture. Like you just see like, oh yeah, that definitely says stock pictures. I feel like Filmora should have done something like that, not absolutely screw whatever we were trying to do. And it makes me sad because now I have to learn a new editor because that the editor operates similar to Adobe Premiere, which is what I know. And now I have to find a new
Adobe
editor.
Premiere.
Adobe
Adobe.
Premiere is amazing
Why can't you just use Adobe Premiere?
because it's like $120 that I don't have to spend on editing software right now.
There.
Yeah, not until we're sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
I thought you were gonna bring up Beppis again.
Express VPN.
I thought he was.
NordVPN
I thought he was gonna
for
try and
all
make
your
us sponsored by Beppis.
VPN needs. No, we're not big enough yet. One day, one day I'll be sponsored by Beppis, and then my roommate will look upon me and be like, "You've achieved the peak human physiology. You have become Beppis,
Oh,
man."
it's so big that you just sponsor yourself.
Today we're
Oh man.
sponsored by the podcast.
Yeah, today we are sponsored by the podcast.
Today we're sponsoring ourselves. Actually, the peak sponsor for me would actually be Chiquita
What's
Really?
that?
Bananas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lady Chiquita Bananas.
You actually like bananas?
nice.
No, I hate bananas.
You know, I
But
totally
it,
forgot
They're
but
about
his
your name.
friends.
like if I
But
didn't get sponsored, if I did get sponsored by Banana, everything would just come full circle though.
Yeah, alright, that's true.
bananas are friends, not food.
That's right. Those are my people.
Banana flavored things were like the literal worst though.
Mm-hmm. Banana
Like
flavored Laffy Taffy. Ugh.
I actually like banana flavored Laffy Taffy.
Well, there go any opinions you have for the rest of your life.
you're just wrong
Oof.
now.
Yeah, I'm just wrong no matter what now.
Get like a stamp on your forehead, just wrong.
Thwap. Just redo the thumbnail art. Put a big wrong on him.
Oh, don't worry, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that, no worries.
Obviously, you just gotta edit them for each podcast.
For each pedkist.
Podcast. He's a podcast.
Oh man.
The podcast.
Here you go.
Podcast.
Now you can start it if you haven't already.
That's it's been
I,
started once again for
I
about 5 minutes.
yeah, I know. But we have to wait and do our intros, and by wait I mean wait until after you start, because this voice here, this is Banana. Everybody needs to know that.
Oh man, you know what's crazy is I don't know if I've already called you by your name, and I think I have.
Probably have.
I think I have. But the thing is I made sure to export a MP3 of your redacted,
Oh no, I don't actually care.
Oh,
I
I
just think
know
it's
you
funny.
don't, but it's gonna be a going joke now. It's gonna be a
That's fine.
running joke.
That's fine. I'm down.
And I now that I have the it's I think it's like half a second of an MP3. But
Redacted.
it's just banana saying redacted, and now whenever I'm editing, I'm gonna import it so that I have it, and I'm just gonna use that
Welcome to the Redacted podcast.
whenever I bring up banana's name by accident. I'm just gonna listen to the whole podcast, and every time I do it, I'm gonna like write down a timestamp that I do it, so that I know where I have to slot it in.
Just do it while we're recording.
You just say redacted. Just
Get
be
a
like,
No,
hey, redacted.
get a
or just
soundboard,
write.
so whenever I
No, just
accidentally say
write
it,
down the timestamp is what I'm saying.
I could, but it would
Oh.
always be ahead.
Yeah, but it'd be close.
True, true. I could. But also most of the time because I've called you by your name for so long that like it's second nature. I don't go, "Oh, I said it." Like like I said
I
I
do.
might have said it
Call
earlier.
call you out on it.
Yeah, like you did in the last
Yeah.
podcast.
So what's on the docket today, Supreme Leader?
Not calling me supreme leader, that's for sure. That's
What's
definitely
on the docket today, Commander of the Forces?
commander of
I,
the forces. Okay
I
then.
hear North Korea needs a new leader.
It's true.
Wait, do they really? Did I miss something in the news?
Oh, perhaps it's been reported that Kim Jong Un is in a vegetative state and or dead.
Oh my god, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount that I pay attention to the world is not healthy.
Yeah, he like had like a botched like heart
Heart
surgery or
surgery.
something. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm not sympathetic, don't get me wrong. Like I any life lost is like saddening, but at the same time, fuck that guy.
You just said Kim Jong Un's death is saddening.
I feel
And
like
then
any loss of
subsequently
life
said,
is saddening.
"Fuck that guy."
I feel
Yeah.
like any loss of life is saddening. Like no matter what, a death is a death and it's still something that is relatively sad.
Pretty sure that makes you a Hitler sympathizer.
Not necessarily.
If his death was saddening, which it was not.
It was an
Okay.
alleged death. It was never
Oh right,
confirmed.
he went to Venezuela or whatever.
Yeah, Argentina.
That's what it is.
There's no extradition treaty in Argentina, which is
Oh,
why that's suspected where all the Nazis went.
that's exactly where he went. No, what's on the docket, Commander?
Um, well, one of the things that I actually, you kind of already made a joke on it, but someone in my stream actually watched the podcast
Huh?
and
My
mentioned
name
the fact
being
that
redacted.
you wanted to be sponsored by Beppis in our first podcast.
Look, I mean, you gotta shoot for the stars. Like, that's where we gotta end up. If Beppis sponsors us, then we can leverage that deal to get free Taco Bell.
That is
Because
the
Pepsi,
sponsorship. They'll just reach out to us and they'll be like, listen, you're not getting money. We're not paying for shit. However, you can
look,
have free
if
Taco Bell.
if they wanted to specifically sponsor me with free Taco Bell, which I'm not a huge fan of Taco Bell, but I do like the Doritos Locos Tacos. And this will actually segue into a wonderful story I have about Taco Bell in a minute. But if they just wanted to pay me in Taco Bell and Beppis, I would. I don't need anything more in my life. I would literally buy a morph suit and wear it around town
I
of the
think you need
Beppis man.
a good physician, but
No, I don't.
Oh
okay.
my god,
I'll just
I need
die.
to blur the screen.
Ooh,
What?
ooh, woo.
No. Ghoul, look at the most recent thing you said in Pedcast sheet.
In the text channel?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do right there is I'm gonna get a little text box that says redacted.
Why don't you just record the the audio channel because it just has like all three of us.
Nah, it'd be funny. It's gonna be funny.
Okay.
So like, don't explain it. Obviously, just put a censor bar over it or like a mosaic
Redacted.
censorship. Yeah.
Just a black bar that says redacted over it.
Also, can I
However,
say, real quick, I would like to shout out Ghoulsnake for these pictures because I don't think I put it in the last video, like the fact that she made our icon, but she
yeah,
did,
it's dope.
and it is. I love it. And the funniest part is when she sent it. She sent me both of those, both of the pictures, and she was like, the one with the squiggles in the back. I tried to make it look like sound waves, but instead it just looks like jumbled up words. And when I looked at that, I was like, I'm curious how you see jumbled up words there.
Well,
Looks like lightning.
It looks
it
like
looks like it
lightning
says
with like sound waves. That's honestly
it
what
looks
it
like it
looks like
says
to me.
doob, like Doob, doob.
Where do you see that? I
Like the
get
little
the lightning
like
Because
looks
it's
like a
in your
D. I'll
mind.
give you that. The
yeah.
lightning on the left looks like a D, but the one on the right doesn't look like anything.
It's the same thing, it's just mirrored.
Yeah, the thing is that it doesn't like the reason that the one looks like a D is because this connects. So it's
Mm.
like it connects on the banana, so it looks like the banana is what's making it a D. This doesn't have a connection. So something that got brought up to me. A lot of the things I'm going to talk about are going to be from streams. So if you're listening to this and you're in all of my streams, some of this may be,
Don't
you
watch
know,
them.
yeah. Just stop watching my stream. Only listen to the podcast. We need to get sponsored by Beppis.
Thank you.
But someone asked me once again, the same person said that they watched the stream and or they watched the podcast and they heard me mention that I like YouTube rappers and that I play YouTube rap on my stream, and they asked if that's what I was playing at that point in time, and it was. And they asked if there were any artists that were like not considerably popular like Eminem that I actually liked, and that I held on to that question because that's something that I kind of wanted to send at you guys too. Cause like obviously all the music we listen to isn't gonna be like Drake and Eminem and stuff like that. Like we obviously listen to people that are less known or not super mainstream. So I was curious if like you guys have anyone that you listen to that like you would consider not unknown but like lesser known.
Uh,
I mean,
I
Ghoul doesn't
mean,
listen to music, so I don't know why I'm pitching this question at both of you. This is more of a banana question, but
I don't listen to a lot of new music. I listen
really,
to a lot of old music. Uh, I mean, I'm using my foot because I'm reclined right now to open up my Spotify. Uh, so like on my Spotify, the first 9 or 10 songs are Euro dance or Euro beat songs,
hmm
old and new. Then I've got the Rockefeller Street New Nightcore Rockefeller Street remix by Getter Johnny,
I actually didn't know
followed
you
by
liked
Kiss
Nightcore.
from a Rose, but it's not Seal, it's the Dan Avidan cover, and then Thunderstruck by AC/DC. I
Nice.
listen to a lot of
Your playlist is a bit
off
of
the
a
beaten path.
mixed bag, huh?
I have a very eclectic
you
taste.
almost said mess.
No, no, I was saying mixed. I was gonna say your playlist is mixed, and then I was like, that wouldn't make sense. So I was like, it's mixed. It's a mixed bag. I was trying to think of the last part of that.
I mean, my favorite song of all time is September by Earth, Wind and Fire. But that was
Nice.
popular when it came out, so I wouldn't
That's
say it's
true.
lesser known.
And see, like I, on the flip side, don't like for example, I like Jonathan Young a lot. I think he puts out a lot of good things. He's not a rap artist. He actually does metal and jazz covers. He did a jazz cover of a Jungle Book song, and then he he does more metal covers than anything, but um he did like metal covers of a Mob song from Beauty and the Beast. And it's like, if I were to say that there is any artist that is amazing and needs more love, it's him because he's just incredible. He has like an amazing voice and he's like not really that known. And he's like really good. But I heard you
What is
mention
it?
Nightcore. I didn't know you listened to Nightcore. That threw me.
Sometimes
Hmm.
I like that stems from me playing a lot of DDR
Mm.
when it was popular. I like songs that usually have a higher than like 170 BPM. Give me something that makes my heart go thump 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 thump.
That's what
It's, you
just
know,
just scream in my ears.
that's what got me into Nightcore from when I did karate. We would do shows, but to try and draw an audience, we would do it to music. So, um, my two best shows was to Crazy Train and to No More Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, and then No More Sorrow by Linkin Park, because No More Sorrow's intro was like insanely fast. So getting my hands to actually move as fast as the
at the
beat
speed of
at
light.
the speed of light, um, it was actually like a feat. And I think I was like, I want to say I was 12 or 13 when I did No More Sorrow, and there's probably a video of me somewhere on YouTube doing it. I know I have it recorded personally, but I don't believe that I uploaded it, but I'm sure that someone somewhere did.
If we actually did meet up at your house or something, you guys would be just looking at the trophies, and I'd just be like petting the dogs, and be like, "Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
sure."
don't, I don't, I don't care about the
He
trophies
he
either.
he wouldn't care about the trophies either. He'd go straight for the dogs. My dogs
I
are
would
S
also
tier.
go for the animals.
My all my animals are S tier actually, but I'd say my dogs are probably the most fun.
Well, you have just like another cat, right? And
I
that's
have
it.
3 cats, 3 dogs, a turtle.
I'm going
You
for the
didn't
turtle.
tell me you had a turtle.
Yeah, I got a turtle named Nikita. Well, all right, I don't have a turtle. I have a Russian tortoise. Let's be clear.
Whoa, that's a completely different.
It's actually a Russian tortoise. The turtle.
That's completely different.
You know how much my sister gets on my ass for me calling it a turtle every single time. We've had this
Is
tortoise
it
for
hers?
years. Yeah. We've had
Okay,
this tortoise
that
for
explains it.
legitimately years, and I've never not called this tortoise a turtle. But
Is his name Francois?
no, it's Nikita. Because
Is
she.
her name Francois?
I'm actually surprised
Oh,
that you pick up Nikita as a female name. But,
is it not?
no, it is. It's just when I think Nikita, I associate it with Nikolai, and Nikolai is the antagonist in Call of Duty, who is a male. So that's I also called her a him for a while.
He just thinks we're dumb, ghoul. Because I associate Nikita with the movie Nikita, and there's the female name named character is named Nikita, and also the Nikita missile from Metal Gear Solid games.
Oh yeah, Nikita missile.
And obviously missiles are female.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Of course, duh.
Because when you have a big problem, they come in with the solution.
I feel like most. No, I'm not gonna go there. We have
That's
a
right.
female in the call. We're
I
not gonna go
respect
there.
females. Especially when they're missiles.
Especially when they're missiles. Oh man.
So, anyways, now back to the segue. My Taco Bell story.
Yeah, let's full circle this back. Your Taco
It's
Bell
not even a
story.
full circle. I'm taking us on a fucking train ride, direct route back. One day after work, to get out at close, it's like 10 o'clock, 11. This is maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It was a rough day at work. Just, I was frustrated. I was like, you know what? I'm getting Taco Bell. I'm gonna get 10 Dorito Locos tacos and a bunch of Diablo sauce, and I'm gonna enjoy the pain of spicy food because I love spicy food.
Mhm.
So I get to the drive-through and I'm like, hey, can I get? This is the day I find out that they don't have the hot Dorito Locos tacos anymore. So it's just getting going from bad to worse. It's like, hey, can I get 10 Dorito Locos tacos? I'm not gonna eat them all. I know I'm not, but I get them. And then I ask something that throws the guys off guard, because I don't know if any of you have ever worked in a drive-through,
Yeah.
but they have headsets, and multiple people can hear you and talk, but normally it's only the one operating the window. So I say, can I get 10 Doritos Locos tacos and as much Diablo sauce as you can legally give me? The guy on the other side of the box starts losing he's just laughing. And then I hear a second voice chime in. He's like, you know what? We're going to give you 10 more than we can legally give you. So I start laughing and I get my total and I pull up to the next window and they hand me their large to-go bags full, just half full. There's probably over 100 of them
Oh my
easily
god.
Oh
of
my
Diablo sauce.
gosh.
And I get ready to pull away because I assume they just layered it over my tacos. And he's like, no, that's just your Diablo sauce.
Oh my god. That's insane.
So that just turned my whole night around and it was amazing. They had a good time. I had a good time.
That's
Nobody was
awesome.
killed. Yeah.
That's actually great.
I still have some of the Diablo sauce.
Some.
How
Yeah.
how long ago was that for you to only have some?
Well, I tossed most of it because I'm never going to use all of it. I kept
Oh,
like 30 packets.
that's fair. I don't eat at Taco Bell like nearly ever. Like I didn't even know they had a Dorito taco.
Well, they
That's
That's
had
like
3 different kinds.
that sounds delicious.
it's the
Yeah.
cure for the corona is just a bag full of hot sauce.
I was in such a good mood. I ended up eating like 7 or 8 of those tacos with 3 packets of Diablo sauce on
Just
Oh
each.
my
trying to put
god.
yourself in a bad mood again? What the hell?
No, that puts me in a good mood. Spicy food.
It's gonna put you in a coma.
I hope
It's gonna
so.
put you on the toilet, sir.
That's no change. You're talking to a guy who's lactose intolerant but works at a pizza place and eats a lot of pizza.
Wait, you're lactose intolerant?
Yep, but cheese is worth it.
That's
Lactose
fair.
And
intolerant
toddler ants.
toddler ants.
Okay then.
Those poor toddler ants.
Those poor, poor
They
toddler
lack the
ants.
toes.
Do you know an ant is one of the few insects that don't have a terminal velocity when falling? They can
Wait, they
fall from any height and survive.
Yeah, but what is that different from any other small insect?
Because some of them will. I don't know,
I
but
was about to say there are like terminal velocity is a thing for everything. Cool. It's just how much your body can withstand when hitting the ground. Like we have a terminal velocity, obviously. Like I don't think spiders do either, but I'm pretty sure praying mantises do.
Yeah, well, they're bigger,
Well, right,
but
but they
like
still have a
anything
terminal
ant
velocity.
sized. But wouldn't that just apply to anything that's ant sized?
Well, no, because even the size it can be like fat.
I don't know. I just learned this the other day, and I was like, that's a cool fact.
Hmm.
I just wanted to share it
That
with
is
our
a
one
cool
viewer.
That is
That's right.
actually
You, one viewer. You're breathtaking.
that is a pretty neat fact. Do either of you guys have siblings? I don't think I've asked this before.
Yeah, I got an older sister and a younger brother.
Oh, so you're a
Yeah,
middle child too.
Yep.
I'm oldest.
I'm what you would call unloved and unwanted.
Uh, your sibling pattern is the reverse of mine. I have an older brother and a younger sister.
I
I have a
actually knew
younger
that.
sister. That's it.
Yeah, I think I've brought that up before.
Yep.
And what'd you say? You're the oldest, Ghoul? Or did you
Hmm.
say you're the only?
I'm the oldest.
Ghoul is
Oh,
like 40 years old.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm the orphan.
The red-headed stepchild.
I
So,
guess you guys never saw that movie.
no, I didn't. And I was like, in my
Oh,
head, I
you're
was like,
talking about the horror movie? No, I don't watch
Yeah.
horror movies. I'm a
Me
big
neither.
weenie.
It traumatized me as a kid.
I
So
enjoy horror movies, but I haven't seen any like as of recently.
the last one I saw, and I wouldn't say it's like a horror movie, but it's definitely like a thriller, I guess.
Hmm.
Maybe the same thing. I saw the new Invisible Man
Hmm.
before the coronavirus, like right before it, and it was pretty good. I liked it.
Hmm.
It looked like it was nuts.
It is very nuts, but it's not like there's no like real jump scares except for like one part. It's more just suspense because like you
Mm,
know he's there, but
That's
there's
cool.
nothing there. You know, like
that's
so
terrifying.
you just go as crazy as the chick does because she knows something's there, but she can't see him, and you know he's there, but you can't see him. So you're like, where is he?
Where's Rachel?
The last
Where's the Invisible
time,
Man?
the last time I saw a horror movie in theaters, I punched my girlfriend in the face,
What?
and that needs like that. There's a story attached to that. I just feel like opening up like that.
Yeah, it
It's
sounds like it's domestic abuse.
no. All right, and this is also gonna sound like domestic
Oh,
abuse, but
where's
she
my
deserved
icy?
it. No, this is gonna sound like domestic abuse too, but she
What's
deserved
bringing
it.
me to this shitty movie? Huh?
No.
Huh? Huh?
Where's my hot dog?
We're sitting in the theater, right?
Extra
Okay.
mustard.
Let me set the
Put your
scene.
hand in the popcorn bin.
Let me set the scene. We're
Okay.
sitting in the movie theater. I'm 16 and we're
So last week.
we're watching The Conjuring 1, like the first one. This was
Mm-hmm.
probably our third date, and we're sitting in the movie theater and we're watching it, and this is apparently her second time watching it. I didn't know she had gone before. She had apparently like went with her brother and her mom, but like didn't tell me for some reason. So when I was like, "Oh, do you want to see it?" She was like, "Oh yeah, sure. It looks like it's good." But she had already gone to see it, so whatever. So we're sitting there, and there's one scene where, and I sleep, for preface, and she knew this, I sleep with my blanket tucked under my feet now, but then I had it draped over my bed. There's a scene in The Conjuring 1 where a lady's toe is like sticking out from the blanket and it gets grabbed. And when that happened, she decided that it would be smart to grab me.
I
So,
don't think I don't think she thought it was smart. I think she thought it was funny.
so I panicked and just shot my hand across. It was open-handed. I don't think that changes. It was kind of an open-handed like palm to the side of her head.
Legally, you're
That's
fine.
a
You're
slap.
fine. Yeah, you're fine.
That's
Legally,
a
you're
slap.
fine. I open-handed palmed the side of her head, and her head just kind of like went the other way, and she looked at me, and I was like, I don't know what you expected the outcome there was. And then we just went back to watching the movie. I want to also say that is the only time I've ever hit a girl without gear on. And the reason I say without
Oh,
gear
so
on
you
is
beat up the
because,
special needs kids. I see how it is. Bully.
oof, I can't people, people, I can't beat people up who
Beeple.
are who are like
Robot
me.
people.
Beeples. Yes, they are beeples.
Well, you shouldn't be beating up people who aren't like you. That's racism.
No, that's not what.
It's racism and sexism
Yeah, Jesus.
and
If a woman
ableism.
steps to you, punch her square in the mouth.
Knock her teeth out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Quality.
so,
I strive for true equality, not only when it applies to one side or the other. I'll drop kick as many women as it takes to prove it.
this is a little topical, but I'm not sure if you guys heard about this. Did you hear about Alinity flashing her stream?
No, but she got banned for it.
Yeah, she got no, and that's the big thing is people are saying she should have got banned. She got suspended. She should have been banned. No questions asked. Like,
I don't know who this is.
Alinity is the person who
She
threw
threw
her
her
cat.
dog.
Cat.
Oh, dog, cat,
Yeah,
pet.
she had her cat. It hopped onto her lap while she was playing Apex, and she like put her hands under her cat and flipped it over her head. And she was
Like a
like,
table? Like flipped it like a table?
yeah, only over her head, not like in front of her. Like that exact motion, but all the way to the point that the cat went over her head. Um, that's like old news though, and like she's not been like forgiven for that, but she didn't even take a suspension or anything for that. It was just kind of people were pissed at her, and then people weren't. So now with this, I think she was like adjusting her shirt or something like that, and she let her nipples show on stream, and
Like on purpose? or is an accident.
My view on it is she definitely did it on purpose because like she did it and then like looked right at the camera and like did one of those like, "Oh no, did I do that?" type reactions. So my stance on it is she did it on purpose. But even if she did it by accident, all of the like amounted shit she's done over the years, I feel like she should be banned. But it took Twitch like I want to say 3 days to suspend her for it, and she's only suspended for I want to say a week.
Those Twitch mods are a bunch of simps.
Yeah, seriously. Like when I first heard that, I was like, it's crazy how I was rapping on stream one day and I got a notification from Twitch in my email saying that I used hate speech and the VOD would be muted because
Good.
at one point in the song the N-word was used and I stopped talking, but because the N-word was used while I was singing, it picked it up as if I was saying it. Didn't even say it. It picked it up as I was saying it because I was singing and I stopped and then started again because I knew it was coming. It was Hobson's Lunchtime Cipher. I remember it because I was like, what song even had it? And then I went back and I watched it and was like, wow, really? The whole VOD got muted for me not even doing something, but and I'm
Yeah,
not even a
listen
known
to the
streamer.
little man.
I'm not even a known streamer, so it's like I can imagine if something like that happened to like Summit and shit, like how pissed he would be. I was just like, whatever, no one watches my VODs anyway, but like if that were Summit or like Shroud when he was on Twitch or like Tim, I can just imagine how
Just some guy
pissed.
named Tim. I don't know who Tim is.
Tim the Tap Man. Oh! I told Ghoulsnake about this. It's the best new feature on Pornhub. Autoplay.
I think that's the most useless new feature on Pornhub.
Usefulest.
It is the best feature ever, and this also segues into something nicely that I was talking to Ghoul
I'm just
about.
saying, you make it to the end. Slow down there, champion.
Nah, speaking of slow down, there's. Have you seen those videos that are like endurance training videos?
No, I don't watch the same areas of Pornhub as you, apparently.
There are videos that like will like show things on screen and then like have a word for like the speed of
A
which you're
word?
supposed to be masturbating. And
That's not endurance training.
no, it's like it'll say like fast, 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 slow, stop, and then it'll have like
That's
stop for it's supposed to
that's
be a
for
thing of
edging,
like
my dude.
right, but if you like get used to doing that, you last longer in sex. I am a prime example of this. I'm outing
Really?
myself. That's okay. I did those for like I want to say it was like 2 months when I was dating dating
Redacted.
Jess. Yeah, redacted. Um, but anyway, I was like, I'm curious what they're like now because I haven't obviously seen them in like 2 years because we broke up like two
Mm-hmm.
years ago. So I was like, I wonder what they're like now, and it was like 2.5 minutes long. So I watched it all the way to the end. I was like, oh whatever, and I threw my phone like off to the side because I was just like, oh
Because
okay.
I was done. I didn't know what to do with the last 2 minutes of the video.
Disgusting.
I just put it off to the side, and then I grabbed my Switch because I was going to
To
play.
watch porn on my Switch.
I was gonna play Spyro, and I heard another video start playing, and I was like, "Did Pornhub introduce an autoplay?" So then I fast forwarded it to like the last 10 seconds and
Because I
waited,
was done after the first 45.
and it actually autoplayed, and I'm like, Pornhub is slowly but surely taking over YouTube. Like,
You went from watching porn to the Switch without washing your hands?
I didn't beat my dick. I just like
Yeah, he
watched
did.
it out of
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god.
I just
Yeah, he
watched it
did.
because I was like I
You're
was sincerely
nasty.
curious about like how those videos were like cuz
Bro,
when I
I'm
was
never shaking your hand.
social distancing, stay the fuck away from me anyway.
High
No.
five.
High five. But yeah, I actually have that written down because when I brought it up to Ghoul Snake, she was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Oh, you didn't know about this. I'm gonna save this for the podcast." And I just have written down on a sticky note on my monitor, Pornhub's autoplay.
That is a fact that I could have gone the rest of my life, and I never would have learned.
Same.
Yeah.
Now I've been cursed with this knowledge.
Now you know, and it's.
I'm not gonna use it.
Oh.
That's why you find a video that's like 30 minutes long.
I feel like anything past 5 minutes is ridiculous for porn. I'm not even about to lie.
You've
Because at
obviously
that
never
point, you
watched
start to
anything from
turn.
Japan.
Past that, you get curious about the story. Like, if you skip ahead, it's like, like, how Pornhub has those little markers that say, like, this is where certain things start? If you just skip to one of those, you're gonna miss out on, like, half the story, and then the back of your head will constantly nag you, like, how did they get to this point? So you have to go back and watch it
I can
again.
assure you that it will not.
Well, mine does. I get sincerely curious about the stories.
War.
It's not about lasting longer. It's about multiple rounds.
That is also true.
Because you can last longer but have a micro PP, and that means nothing. But if you can go multiple rounds, bitches love endless shrimp.
It's a buffet. All you
Right?
can
All
eat.
you can eat.
I can't. I don't even know where to go from that. Like,
Well, hey, you should have had a segue after this.
Look at your list.
You brought up Pornhub autoplay. This is your fault.
You did this.
Yeah.
I did not intend to do this.
Fix it, Commander.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I expected the music section to last a lot longer.
Nobody cares about music. Everybody likes what they like, and then everybody hates what everybody else likes.
Well, yeah, but
I don't have a problem with most music.
I fully expected me to not be the only person that listened to like underground artists, be it rap or not. Like,
I don't
what
seek
else
out
has,
new
like-
music.
Yeah.
I listen to anime intros, dude.
that's fair. I mean, I'm not like discrediting that. I actually do that too. My favorite intro is Soul Eater Season 2, but
I mean,
Black Paper Moon.
the best one is Konosuba opening 2.
It's all openings too. The second opening, never the
Oh no,
first one.
the first one's good. The second one just bumps.
No, not Attack on Titan though. That one
That's
sucks.
true.
I've actually never watched Attack on
OP1
Titan.
is gonna have sex with the bees and the eagles. Dun, 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 dun. Another good one that you would actually probably like, Sirius, is Parasite, the Maxim. That
Hell
opening's
yeah.
good.
I've
Oh no,
actually
the
I've never
second
seen that.
Death Note one. Where it's a
Death
screamo.
Note. Boo.
Soul Eater. What was the other one I really liked? The first intro for Black Butler. I
I
didn't
haven't watched it.
I didn't like any of season 2 of Black Butler. Like when my brother was like, "You seem to like Black Butler. Should I watch it?" I was like, "Yeah, until the end of season 1." He was like, "What, is there no season 2?" I was like, "No, there is, but just ignore that." Because it's trash.
Nah, it's all about that My Hero Academia right now.
I actually haven't watched any of it.
Academia Nut.
Academia?
Boy.
Like Macadamia Nut, but it's
Academia
Academia
Nut.
Nut.
My Hero Macadamia.
Oh no.
My hero is a macadamia nut.
What's funny and what goes into something that I actually asked Ghoul but haven't asked you yet. Once again, it's revolving two questions that I've asked one of you and not the other. I need to like when these thoughts pop into my head, just write them down and never verbalize them until the podcast.
That'll never happen.
Just never have a conversation. Ever.
Yeah, just never talk to you guys, except for the podcast.
I see that as a win-win.
Oof.
Rip.
I actually, for the longest time, wanted to get the Heaven Curse mark from Naruto. The mark that's on. And what's crazy is I can't remember Homeboy's name. I can't remember Homeboy's name, but he was the dude that used his bones as weapons. I thought that was the most badass shit in season 1.
Kimamaro's great, but boo.
The curse
Heaven
mark he had, I loved it. and I wanted to get it for the longest time, but now I have other reservations for my neck. But that takes me to asking you, do you have any tattoos? And
Nope.
do you ever want any?
I've been pondering it. I want to get a sleeve of flowers.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I like those like I don't know what kind of flowers they are, but it's almost like a washed out kind of like vintage looking flower, like along like my collarbone or something.
Hmm.
Mm.
I
But
technically have a
I'd never
flower on
do
my
it.
body.
I'd never do it.
Like,
Technically, well, I mean, are they?
well, the thing
Is it somebody else's skin? What's going on here?
it's like it's a heart, but like the way the heart is drawn, it's drawn as if like it's like made of rose petals. So it's like made as if it's like the
Ah, it's
top
a
of a rose,
cabbage.
but it's shaped like a heart. Like the head of a rose, but it's shaped like a heart instead of being like the head of a rose or
A
a
bulb.
heart. Yeah. It's that, and it's actually the matching tattoo I have with Mama Duke's. She has the tattoo, but it has the Gemini star sign in it because that's mine, and then I have the Pisces one because that's Mama Duke's.
Wait, you're a Pisces?
I'm not. Mom is. I have mom's star sign. Mom has mine. I'm a
No,
Gemini.
much like his interactions with all of us, he's obviously a Cancer.
Oof. Fucking got me there.
What are you, banana?
I'm an Aquarius.
Uh, I
Valentine's Day. Dab, dab, dab.
What's crazy is my ex's birthday was just before, literally the day before Valentine's Day.
I mean, you know what's crazy? There's an equal chance that it could have been any other day of the year too.
Well, you saying Valentine's Day, it's the same ex that I just brought up earlier when I was talking about endurance training videos. So it's just ironic that you bring up that now.
What's
I'm
your
a
star sign?
Leo.
Yeah, there it is.
What's yours? I didn't hear it.
I figured I'd just scream it out before topics. I just get left behind again.
Yeah, like with the food,
Tier
with the
list.
with the tier list.
Well, no, it's not, for the 100th episode, we'll have you do your tier list.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll just be every question that I miss. It'll just be like a completely me-centric
Yeah.
Rapid fire ghoul.
episode.
Rapid fire goal.
A
Oh man.
Leo.
Yeah, I'm a Leo. I'm an
Wow.
August baby.
August baby.
Baby.
I believe my dad's a Leo too, but he's I don't know.
I'm a Leo. I love Titanic.
Oof. I don't know what my brother is, or my sister for that matter. I know when their birthdays are, I just don't know what their star signs are, because we don't really like.
You could just Google it.
I
My
could.
brother
Type in
and
the
my
birthday.
sister's birthdays are within 1 day of each other.
Are you serious?
Yep. They're 2, 3 years apart, 1 day of each other. One's the 16th, one's the 17th of September.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Wow, and that's just before Fox's birthday.
Oh man. Now I've got a month. This came up the other day in one of our chats.
Wait, you didn't know his birthday?
Nope.
Oh
I, I
no!
I've learned to never ask anything about him. If it comes up, it comes up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's in September.
Well, Fox did 9/11.
What the fuck? Oh no. Did he ever tell you about the whole bomb thing?
Oh, in high school?
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Okay, so for context, Ghoul, my uncle went to high school.
Okay.
For context, he did
And
this completely normal thing that most people do.
for context, he did that and he had pretty bad acne in high school,
Okay.
as most teenagers did. So he was using I think it's like called Projective or something like that.
Proactive.
Proactive, that. So he used that and he had it in his bag, and it was jutting out of his bag at one point, and someone walked by him and said, "What is that?" And like the wise ass he is, he went, "It's a bomb." Then when he went home, the FBI raided his house.
Yikes.
One of the few things when I talk about him that I wish I was kidding about, because normally when I talk about him, it's uninteresting shit. Because like my interaction with him my whole life has been playing like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that, because we're not too far apart. We're family, but like we're not too far apart age-wise, so we just like grew up together, like honestly closer in age than me and my brother are. So it's like most of the time we spent, it was just playing video games or things like that. This is one of the few times that I look back and I'm like, wow, I wish this was a joke. I wish this didn't happen. And he got mad at me the first time I brought it up. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that I used to do stand up, but when I did that, I mentioned that story, and he got wicked butthurt the first time I did
I
that
mean,
skit.
justifiably.
I mean, yeah, but I warned him ahead of time. Like, I told him, I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a joke about that. And he was like, ah, whatever. And then I did, and I didn't use his name, like how I called him Fox here. I'm not using his name. Family, I can simply call.
Redacted.
Family, I can simply call by their by their username, but nah, Banana, I call him by his
Yeah, you should just
name.
call me Banana.
But when I brought it up, I normally when I'm telling a story about someone and I don't want to tell their name or they did something really stupid that's embarrassing, I'll just call them Chris. So I like called him
Ripped
Chris.
any friends you got named
I
Chris.
don't have any friends named Chris. That's why I can do this right now. But um, I say
Fuck
Chris.
any Chris watching right
Yeah,
now.
fuck any Chris watching right now. You are more than likely being used in a stand-up like act that I'm doing about throwing a gerbil out a window into an oncoming car.
Whoa.
But that's another story for another day.
That's not a story anybody wants to hear.
But I did that, and then he got
That's
like
just a murder.
really
Yeah, it's
upset.
literally just a murder.
He got like really upset, and I was like, I told you I was gonna do it. You have no right to be upset, bish.
Did the joke at least hit?
Oh yeah, people thought it was pretty funny. I didn't do like huge stages of stand up. I just like I was at a restaurant and I did stand up.
I was just at a restaurant and there was a stage there with a microphone. I just went up.
They kept saying it was not for that. They said it was for karaoke or something, but I didn't listen.
Yeah.
What's next?
That's
I did
actually.
karaoke once.
Did you really?
Oh,
Yeah, at a bar. I sang 1 week by the Bare Naked Ladies.
That's like the only song I know by them.
They do a lot of good stuff.
I don't doubt it. There are a lot of artists that I only know like one song by them, but they've done other good music. Like this is not a good example because he's like not a good artist, but Ludacris. The only song I know by him
Whoa,
is from Fast and the Furious.
whoa, man, what's wrong with Ludacris?
The issue is that he's clearly not that good, or people would know more music from him.
I mean, this is a very specific scenario. He was a little bit before our time.
Not really.
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo. January, February, March, April, May, June. Jason Derulo.
What?
If you look at just the first letter of all the months, it's January, February, March, April, May, June, and then it's July. So J, August A, September S, October O, November N, December D. Jason D.
I
Jason
Jason.
Derulo.
Jason.
I never connected that. Like, how much free
Jason
time do you
Derulo.
have, Banana?
A lot, but I also just consume a lot of media,
That's fair.
and I also just think a lot
I just steal other people's ideas.
accurately. I
I
steal
think
other
I'm
people's
about to
media.
steal.
That's right. And then I utilize it for my own needs.
I went upstairs to make my G Fuel, not sponsored but could be,
Why would
and
you even waste your time? If it's not PepsiCo, it's trash.
I went upstairs to make G Fuel, and my mom drinks like water, and
Like it's some new thing.
I didn't
She just water.
finish.
Hey, you've probably never heard of it, but my mom drinks water.
She drinks
Is this
water, but she
vintage?
puts like oils in it and shit. And the other
Ew.
day she put
Oh
like a bunch of different
no.
oils and like lemon juice in it, and it was cloudy as fuck.
Is she like an essential oil? Like,
Yes.
oh my god. No.
There was a day actually on stream, I think
Are you
Mexi.
vaccinated?
Yes. She's not like that. She's
Okay, as long as she's not like that, she
no,
can do
no,
whatever she wants.
No, he
no.
was vaccinated with essential oil.
No, there was a day on stream where I woke up actually like throwing up and I couldn't stop. So mom was like, "Here, take this." And it was literally just a shot glass of oils and she was like, "You're going to need to just swallow this and whatever comes up is going to come up, but it won't come up again for a while." And I was
Oh
like,
my
"Okay." So I took the shot immediately. Like I'm saying I took the shot over the sink and then as my head dropped, vomit came out. That's how disgusting it was, but I didn't throw up the rest of the day. Like the rest of it literally just expelled
Yeah,
everything because it was
that
so
happened to me
bad.
once.
a lot of natural stuff works. Like I was real sick at one point, and I went and got a what's the word they use it to describe like it's a natural thing. Um. Anyway,
Amisos?
Herbs?
no, what it is, it's because it's the natural medicine.
Oh,
It was like from plants and stuff.
homeopathy.
Yeah, homeopathic. It
Yeah.
was
Oh.
homeopathic. It was I can't remember what was in it, but I took it and sure enough I was better. But you can't cure polio with oils.
Well, no, that's not a thing. That's not why she uses oils.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
no.
shit like that works, just not as
Yeah, it's
certain
It does
things.
it's
not.
not the cure all end all. Like,
For
but
like the common cold, yeah, but like cancer,
yeah.
no.
But
That
anyway, it was
happened.
like
That happened to
cloudy
me
as
once.
shit.
Has that
And
happened to you once?
Was
What
it?
happened to you? What happened to you in school?
I didn't even
Uh,
hear that. What'd she say?
wait.
That-
Serious. You,
I
you finish first. You finish first.
No, go ahead, do your thing.
you
uh,
said you said it couldn't cure cancer, and then that happened to me once.
Wait, what?
no, no. I meant like drinking like oils and stuff. Like there was because I work at a shelter, animal
Mhm.
shelter. So um, there was one time where we got this new dog, and it was like a super friendly dog. So I was playing around with it. It was licking my face, and then my boss comes up to me. She's like, "You know that dog has like worms, right?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I had just had like my parasitology course, so I was very paranoid about all the different possibilities of parasites.
Hmm.
Try saying that 3 times fast. um, but I I was so paranoid that I couldn't sleep that I thought I had like tapeworm or something.
Hmm.
And I looked up like remedies for like parasites, and it was like drink 1 cup of like the melted coconut oil or whatever. And I was like, I hate coconut oil, but
One
I also
cup? That's a
yeah,
lot.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's actually a lot of coconut.
Um, so I got up. It was like 3 in the morning. I got up and I got the cup and I tried to dilute it a little bit, but it didn't work. And I was like, okay, I just drank the whole thing. And then the second, like, it just sat for like a second in my stomach, I had to throw up. So I just vomited all the fucking coconut oil. And now to this day, coconut oil just makes me want to like actually throw up. Like the smell of it, it's disgusting.
That's a big oof.
Coconuts are trash.
They are.
Yeah, I didn't like it before, and I certainly don't like it now.
Fuck
But
Mounds
yeah,
candy bars.
But yeah,
Um,
3 hours of explaining later. What were you trying to say?
she had like it was cloudy as hell, and it was like a bunch of oils and like lemon juice. So today I go upstairs. That was yesterday when I went to make G Fuel. Today when I went upstairs to make G Fuel, because I have a pattern of my day. It was literally the same bottle but less cloudy, and she goes, "Yeah, I decided to put a little less lemon in it today." So I just looked at her and I was like, "Yeah, that shit was cloudier than a night out with Bill Cosby." And she was like, "You can't make jokes like that. You can't
Yeah, you
make
can.
jokes like that."
You can, but you'll get punched for it.
I would
Somebody
like
somewhere now wants to fight you.
It's me.
I would like to end requesting a sponsorship from Oopsie Poopsie. This thing
What?
is the best thing in the world.
What is it?
It is called Oopsie Poopsie. It is a spray that after you shit, you tap it once in the bathroom and your whole
No,
bathroom
no,
smells like
no, no.
oranges.
No, it's poopery or whatever.
Poopery
No,
is
Yeah.
it's
the
Oopsie
god of it.
Poopsie.
Poopery is the god of it.
It is
No.
Oopsie
Oopsie
poopsie
Poopsie.
can go fuck itself.
Listen,
Poopery walks so that Oopsie Poopsie could run.
That's right.
listen, Oopsie Poopsie, sponsor us.
No, you're trash, and I'll only talk shit about your god awful product.
I already
No,
ended the recording.
you
I
need
ended
that.
it when I said Oopsie Poopsie, sponsor us.
That's all right. I'll be on next week's.
Next week's sponsor is the Squatty Potty.